Hi folks, on this episode of Hit the Mahogany we are going to take a trip to East Asia, and we're going to do a drink that was invented for women, but it's certainly not just for women, and we'll get into that a little bit more about why that was the case. But this time we are going to be doing the Singapore Sling. Alright, this is a really great one. It really is. It's fantastic. There's a lot in it, as you can see here. Some of this you may just have lying around the house. The reason that the Singapore Sling, why I mentioned it was actually invented for women, was this was during the great era of British colonisation. Yeah, of course, depends which side of the colonisation you're on and whether that was interpreted as being great or not. It's in the past. Still some of the impacts going on today, but let's move on away from that. So back in 1915, this drink was invented by a bartender, Ngiam Tong Boon. I think that's how you say his name there. Apologies if I have mixed it up, and feel free to correct me on the pronunciation there. He invented it at the Long Bar in Raffles Hotel in Singapore. And what he actually noted was that at that time it was really frowned upon for women to actually be drinking alcohol. So they couldn't drink. I'm sure they did drink one way or another. But what he did is he actually came up with a cocktail that looked as though it was more just fruit juices than anything else, so it didn't really look as though it was one of the traditional alcoholic drinks of the period, so that women could actually, quite rightly get a few bevies in them, get a wee bit sloshed and have a good night, maybe dancing on the tables. Of course, if pineapple juice can do that to you by itself, then I think we'd all be dancing on the tables a little bit more often, but he invented the Singapore Sling to do that. Anyway, let's get started with this. Base of this. Dry gin, there we go. I'm going to use Old Faithful here, Gordon's. Now this is actually 1 ounce of gin, but what we're actually going to use, I'm actually making 2 of these. So it's going to be 2 ounces of gin. Now this recipe that I'm actually using is the one that is actually Raffles Hotel, the Long Bar's own recipe itself. So that's the one that we're actually basing this on. Okay, next, cherry Heering. Now this is a cherry brandy, and you might, oh God, love the smell of this. You might struggle to actually get your hands on this. I'm going to see if I can have a little, worry about a little taste of that one later on. Try, if you can't get your hands on this, try another cherry brandy. If you can, get this. Good luck if you do, and congratulations. My local Boozerama, I would actually go in there and ask them for it, and they looked it up and I got blank stares. One day I was wandering around there looking for something completely different, and there was one bottle of this sitting on its lonesome just on the shelf. I couldn't believe my luck, so I grabbed it. That was it. So I managed to get myself a bottle of cherry Heering. So that's ½ an ounce for each drink. So I'm putting 1 ounce in there. And then the rest of the ingredients, apart from the pineapple juice, are 1/4 ounce. So Cointreau, so 1/4 ounce of Cointreau. If you don't have Cointreau, use any other orange liqueur. As I said, whatever works for you. Ooh, great. The thing is, these things are all very sticky actually. Dom Benedectine from France. Herbal. Oh, it's just a great drink there itself. Again, this is a 1/4 ounce for each one, so I'm going to put in a ½ ounce for that. We have lime juice. I've already got squeezed here. 1/4 ounce of lime juice. So that's half of that. Now, I was actually in Singapore with the family and friend a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and I was actually looking forward to giving this one a shot in Raffles in the Long Bar. Really excited to give that one a shot, and it was being renovated, So I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to get back there, but it was renovated. It was like, ugh, whatever. So do you know where? I only had one Singapore Sling when I was there. Where I had it was at the airport when we were actually leaving. And you know what? It was up on the top. I think there's an outside area, one of the rooftop areas where you can go smoking as well. And whoever the bartenders were there, by the way, bloody good drink they made. It was actually really, really good. Really enjoyed it. So it was an awesome version of it. Grenadine, quarter ounce. You may have heard me mention this. You know, this is called Grenadine syrup. This is barely passed in front of pomegranate, but it's probably what you're going to get in most places. So you can use this. Again, it's quarter an ounce of Grenadine syrup. So that's half an ounce there. Got that in. Alright. That. Mise en place. 1 dash of Angostura bitters per drink. Just one. That's 1, 2. That is it. Anything more than that and you're going to ruin this one big time. Okay, there. Juice. Okay, pineapple juice. Oh, come on. Everybody's going to be able to get their hands on a can of this stuff. This is a small one. This is, so it's going to be 4 ounces per drink. I am going to, I'm trying to work out whether to drink this or rinse it out. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, flip her over. So it's 4 ounces for each one. 1, or that was 2. That's 1 drink. More. And I know it's going to be a little bit shy. So I had another one opened already. So I'm still going to have pineapple juice left over. So it gives you an excuse to make another one as well. Okay? That is it. I am going to double check this because there is a lot that actually goes into it, definitely. Yep, we've got it all in there. Alright, time to get this one shaken up. Bit of ice. I must admit, it's actually quite a bit that I've got in here for in the shaker here, so the fact I'm just making 2 just now, it's just a lot that went in here. Shake this up a bit. Done. Cold. Oh, of course you see these things getting advertised now for shakers that don't chill your hands to it. It's like, what the hell? Have a break. Okay, fresh ice. Alright, that should do us. Alright, for more ice, I've got an extra glass because the glass that you want to actually use for this is a Hurricane glass. Is it Brian's? Where the Hurricane was actually made. You'll know the type of glass, sort of tall, a little bit bulbous in places. It's great for holding a lot of booze. I don't have any Hurricane glasses, so you can just use, you know, just a tall glass for this. Okay. All right, let's get this baby poured out. Look at that. That looks awesome. Yep, and no recipes with soda water or anything like that, you know. Actually, that has just worked out perfectly, thankfully. Let's make sure we get every last drop out of this. There we go. Looking good. Alright, not done yet. You do need a garnish on this one. Classic garnish, pineapple, maraschino cherry. There we go. And that just sets off it perfectly. That looks awesome, doesn't it? Alright. So, because I couldn't get the Singapore Sling when I was hanging around outside Raffles, do you know what I had instead? I had a durian ice cream sandwich. Durian, if you don't know, it's banned on public transportation. You're not allowed it in any hotels. It stinks. Great texture though, custard texture. Flavour is actually really, really nice. The smell, like a good cheese. Good cheese stinks. Durian, Good fruit, if you like it. I like it. Oh, but when it repeats on you, my God, that's nasty. Either way, but if you get a chance to try it, you know what? I'd go for the durian ice cream first, and then I'd go for the Singapore Sling. Okay, here we go. Cheers. It's just packed with flavour. You know, there's not too much booze in it. You got the gin, a bit of the cherry Heering, a little bit of Cointreau. You got the Benedectine in there. But it's very dangerous. It is everything. You can taste everything. You can taste a little bit of cherry liqueur. You've got the orange coming through. You've got pineapple. Pineapple's the big one in there. Just a little bit of the bitters just takes away a little bit of that sweetness. The lime juice counteracts it as well. You've got a bit of the acidity in there. Goes really well with the pineapple juice. And just the base of the gin. Just something dry, reasonably neutral. You got a bit of the juniper flavour in there. But you know what? This is a bitchin' cocktail. It really is. Oh, I'm going to have another one of those. Oh, that's really, really good. Anyway, enjoy it, definitely. And as I said, this was invented for women. I can tell you what, this ain't just for women. This is for anybody at all to drink. And anybody who says otherwise, take a hike, okay? Alright, everybody. Cheers. Don't need to sling your hook, but certainly enjoy your Singapore Slings.